We are now approaching the aftermath of Daniel Jones being benched, and the players have responded. What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. Just a quick little update video on what's been going on so far. I wish I can be able to update you as it happens. I'm sorry, I apologize for that, guys, but I'm still here making videos when I'm able to. But over the course of the past, I guess I would say 24 to 36, maybe even 48 hours since Daniel Jones has been benched, we've heard some response not only from the fan base, as that's always been a mixed bag. It's always been a complete split. It's been a civil war since 2019 when it comes to Daniel Jones, but also the players have responded. And the response is as you would expect. But before we get into that, make sure you guys check out BetUS. BetUS has a amazing offer going on right now this season. 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. Second and third are 125%, as long as you use the promo code YouTube150. Altogether, YouTube150. Make sure you guys check out BetUS for all your betting needs. And listen, it's a great offer. It's a great offer, especially for you big ballers out there. You can really work with all that money. All right, so let's talk about a couple of players that kind of sounded off on Daniel Jones being benched. First one I want to talk about is Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence, as you guys know, was drafted along with Daniel Jones. Jones being the 6th overall pick in the 2019 draft, and Dexter Lawrence being the 17th overall pick in a draft pick that was acquired from the Odell Beckham trade. And they were drafted together, so they've been playing together ever since. And Dexter Lawrence had a couple of things to say. We're not going to get to all the quotes because there's a lot of them, but we'll get into the most important parts. First, he starts off by saying, "That is my best friend." I didn't think that they were that close to say best friends, because he calls Leonard Williams his best friend. He talked about that later on in another video where he said, they traded away my best friend mid-season last season. That was Leonard Williams. But he says, "That's my best friend. It's tough for that to happen. I can't control it. They made the decision based off of their evaluations and their thoughts and feelings, but that's my boy. As a player, you got to keep playing. As a human and as a brother, I feel for him." He also did not like the decision to demote Daniel Jones all the way to quarterback 3. We'll talk about that in just a second, but he had this to say to respond to it. He said, "Dable just said it was a hard decision. I'm sure it's hard. He's the quarterback 1, to me, the best quarterback on the team, but they see things differently. I guess that's all that matters." Now, you get a lot of people kind of wondering, why is Daniel Jones being all the way from quarterback 1, demoted all the way to quarterback 3. Well, you do see it in the NFL quite a bit. And in this situation where Daniel Jones is going from the best quarterback on the team down to the emergency quarterback, is simply because they are trying to avoid the injury guarantee. Say he is demoted all the way to quarterback 2 and Tommy DeVito still gets the start and Tommy DeVito goes down. Well, now you're bringing back in Daniel Jones. Now he's starting again, and say he gets hurt, then you basically bench Daniel Jones, threw him back in, he got hurt, and you still have to pay the injury guarantee now. So that's why they're putting him at quarterback 3. It's not because they actually think he is the worst quarterback on the team. It's just because they're trying their best not to put him out there, put him in harm's way, and because they are trying to avoid the injury guarantee. And that obviously means that they are trying to move off of Daniel Jones and part ways in the next offseason. And then he spoke a little bit about Tommy DeVito, saying, "I got a lot of respect for him. He probably has the most charisma and confidence I've ever seen in a third-string quarterback. That's good. I respect him for that. He knows who he is. That's strong as a person." And I completely agree with it. I was talking with, if you guys joined me on last night's live stream, Big Blue in the Bronx, we had a big panel over there. We're just discussing, the state of the New York Giants right now, and I said it while we were talking about Tommy DeVito, and I said, listen, this guy has the most confidence you see in a third string quarter. I think I almost said that, and you know, when he throws the ball, I almost like am confident that he knows what he's doing, that I'm confident of where he's putting the ball. I don't really get that with Daniel Jones, to be real with you. I'm not trying to compare and contrast, but it's funny when I see Tommy DeVito get out the pocket and throw the ball, I'm confident in where he's putting it, even if it's accurate or not. I'm like, okay, he's trying to make a play. He's putting it out there. He's doing the most he can do. Whether that's enough or not, he's putting it all out there. And regardless of how you feel about Daniel Jones being benched, whether you agreed with it or not, I really respect Dexter Lawrence for coming out and being the leader of the team, who I think he is. You know, with all these other leaders gone from the team, Dexter Lawrence remains. He's the best player on the team, and he's taken up the mantle of being, you know, the voice of the team. And I think he said everything well. I think it was all well executed. He spoke like a leader. He talked like a leader amongst his men. He didn't, you know, suck it up to corporate or anything like that. You know how a lot of these suck ups are in workplaces, where they are the voice, but they're more like the corporate's voice more than the people's voice. It really does seem like Dexter Lawrence has respect for both sides, and he even voices his disagreements with the upper management when it comes to the handling of the Daniel Jones decision. But I loved everything that he said. Even though I am on board for Daniel Jones being benched, everything he said was well said. Now, this one is interesting. I may have to find a bigger article for this, but Jordan Schultz put out a report saying this: an offensive player told me over the phone, "We're not idiots. They did it because of the money, so be it. But Daniel Jones has been all class, never complained, and is now being completely disregarded. The team record is bad. You can point fingers everywhere, try to blame him as trash, and making him third string is weak as F." Now, whoever said this is an absolute Daniel Jones stan. And listen, I am here for it. I have no doubt that the players love Daniel Jones. I love all of my teammates, whether they're good or bad. I know who they are, you know. I don't even think Daniel Jones is terrible, but I think he's just not the future at the quarterback position. And unfortunately, that the quarterback position is something that you have to really be delicate with. It's not something that you replace year to year. You have to go through a process in replacing your quarterback, and part of that process is benching somebody that you're paying a lot of money for to avoid paying more money and moving on from that quarterback. And I get this player's frustrations here. Darius Slayton. I mean, it's gotta be, because he is like the ultimate Daniel Jones stan on Twitter, and I'm here for it. He was also drafted with Daniel Jones. He was drafted in the 5th round in that same draft, and they've been together ever since. I'm here for it. I love the little friendship they got going. Whether or not it's Darius Slayton or not, this player is really not happy with it, and I have a feeling the entire locker room is not happy with it. You know, maybe they understand that this is a bad team. They're not executing. Maybe they even understand that Daniel Jones isn't doing the most that he can do to help this team win. But they love the guy. That's their friend. That's their boy. Even taking away the football player aspect out of it, that's their brother. They probably go out to dinner with this guy. They probably go to events with this guy. Probably hang out at each other's houses, hang out at the bar or something like that. I'm sure they do all that stuff as friends, more so than football players. So, and it's crazy to say that, like, even though I agree with Daniel Jones being benched, I like the players being upset about this. I like that. That shows that there is camaraderie in there. There is a brotherhood in there. And even with Daniel Jones, who a lot of the fan base is split on, apparently in the locker room, they all love him. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about this situation? How do you feel about the players now speaking out against Daniel Jones being benched? And where do we go from here, man? I already talked about it multiple times in multiple videos when it came to Daniel Jones being benched. We just have to go through it for now. It's going to be a rough road. You got to hope Tommy DeVito doesn't win games. I know it sucks to say. I got a lot of people in my comment section now telling me, I can't believe you want your own team to lose. Look at the Washington Commanders right now. I talked to my boy Rio Robinson, who wanted his team to lose last year, and he's enjoying all the wins this year. You suffer now, and serenity will come in the future. So, that being said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, and we'll see you guys in the next video.